When Coming to America debuted in 1988, it became an instant favorite, blending sharp comedy with a heartfelt story and a cast full of unforgettable characters. Led by Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, the film's stars delivered performances that cemented their place in Hollywood history. Now, 36 years later, fans are curious about what happened to the talented actors who made the movie a classic. Eddie Murphy continued to dominate the entertainment world, but what about the rest of the cast? Some have enjoyed long-lasting fame, while others pursued different paths or faced personal struggles along the way. Join us as we explore where they are now, how their lives and careers have evolved, and the legacies they've built since this beloved film first hit the screen. James Earl Jones, born on January 17, 1931, portrayed the commanding King Jaffe Joffer in Coming to America, 1988, at the age of 57. Known for his deep, resonant voice and powerful screen presence, he built an illustrious career in iconic roles such as Darth Vader in Star Wars and Mufasa in The Lion King. However, his life was not without challenges. As a child, James was abandoned by his father and raised by his grandparents in Michigan, where he developed a debilitating stutter that left him mute for nearly 8 years. He overcame this obstacle through poetry and acting, eventually studying drama at the University of Michigan. Married twice, his first marriage to actress Julianne Marie ended in divorce, and his second to Cecilia Hart brought him his only child, Flynn Earl Jones. The couple shared a strong bond until Cecilia's death in 2016 from ovarian cancer. James remained active in acting well into his later years but slowed down due to health issues. He passed away on September 9, 2024, at 93, leaving behind a towering legacy in the arts. Madge Sinclair, born on April 28, 1938, brought grace and warmth to her role as Queen Aeolian in Coming to America, 1988, at the age of 50. Born and raised in Jamaica, Madge grew up in a modest household and initially worked as a teacher before pursuing acting. Moving to the United States in the 1960s, she struggled to find work until her breakthrough in the 1970s with roles in Cornbread, Earl and Me in Roots. Her performances were widely acclaimed, earning her 2 Emmy nominations. Despite her professional success, her personal life was fraught with difficulties. She divorced her husband Royston Sinclair after moving to the U.S., raising their 2 sons, Gary and Wayne, largely on her own. Tragically, Madge was diagnosed with leukemia in the early 1990s, which cut her life and career short. She passed away on December 20, 1995, at the age of 57. Her dignified portrayal of strong, maternal characters continues to inspire audiences today. Uncle Ray Murphy, born on November 27, 1938, was 49 when he appeared as Stu, a minor character adding local color to the vibrant New York setting of Coming to America, 1988. Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, Ray grew up in a large family with financial struggles, which shaped his resilience and sense of humor. He was a beloved uncle of Eddie Murphy and played a pivotal role in encouraging Eddie's early comedy career. Although he worked in the entertainment industry, Ray often found himself overshadowed by his nephew's fame. His marriage ended in separation after years of growing apart, and he had no children of his own. In later years, Ray suffered from declining health, including heart disease, and passed away on October 15, 2013, at the age of 74, leaving behind a legacy of love and laughter among those who knew him best. Calvin Lockhart, born on October 18, 1934, was 54 years old when he embodied the stern and commanding Colonel Izzy, the father of Imani Izzy, in Coming to America, 1988. Growing up in the Bahamas, Calvin overcame early hardships, including economic struggles that pushed him to pursue acting in New York City, where he worked various odd jobs before landing roles in theater. Best known for his roles in films like Cotton Comes to Harlem and Predator 2, Lockhart was often typecast as a suave, intimidating figure. His personal life, however, was marked by turbulence, including 2 divorces and strained relationships with his 3 children, one of whom later spoke about growing up feeling distant from her father. A perfectionist, Calvin often battled insecurities about his career, and his health declined in his later years. He died on March 29, 2007, at the age of 72 from complications following a stroke, leaving behind a legacy as a groundbreaking actor who paved the way for others despite his struggles. John Amos, born on December 27, 1939, was 48 years old when he portrayed Cleo McDowell, the hardworking and opportunistic fast food restaurant owner in Coming to America, 1988. Growing up in Newark, New Jersey, John faced economic hardships in his youth but found solace in athletics and later acting. His career spanned decades, including standout roles in Good Times and Roots, but he often clashed with producers, leading to premature departures from major projects. Personally, his life was turbulent. He married twice and divorced both times, citing irreconcilable differences and the strains of his career. He had 2 children, Shannon and Casey, with whom he had a complicated relationship due to his frequent absences during their childhood. Among his life's tragedies were a near-fatal car accident, financial troubles due to poor investments, and health struggles in his later years. John passed away on August 21, 2024, at 84 from congestive heart failure, leaving behind a legacy as a trailblazing actor and a cautionary tale of Hollywood's challenges. Montrose Higgins, born on March 5, 1924, was 64 years old when she brought warmth and charm to her role as Grandma Jenks in Coming to America, 1988. A native of South Carolina, Montrose grew up during the Great Depression, enduring racial prejudice and economic hardship that shaped her determination to succeed. She started her acting career late in life after years of teaching, finally gaining recognition in her 60s. Despite her professional success, Montrose's personal life was tinged with sadness, including the untimely death of her only son in a tragic accident. She was also a widow, having lost her husband to a sudden heart attack after only 15 years of marriage. Beyond these losses, she dealt with loneliness in her later years, as many of her closest friends had passed on. Montrose remained active in the church and her community until her health declined. She passed away on October 24, 2012, at the age of 88, leaving behind a legacy of perseverance and kindness. Arthur Adams, born on November 22, 1915, was 73 years old when he took on the role of Mr. Jenks, a minor yet memorable character in Coming to America, 1988. Raised in a working-class neighborhood in Chicago, Arthur's childhood was shaped by the struggles of growing up in a family of 6, where financial instability was a constant challenge. Despite showing an early talent for acting, his career remained largely confined to supporting roles, with his most notable appearance being in this iconic comedy. Adams experienced significant personal struggles, including a failed marriage that ended after 6 years, leaving him estranged from his 2 children, Marcus and Lila. His attempts to reconnect with his family were often thwarted by his battle with alcoholism, a condition that derailed several career opportunities. Other tragedies included losing his younger brother in a car accident and dealing with the lingering effects of a debilitating back injury. Arthur passed away on May 3, 1992, at the age of 76, leaving behind a legacy of perseverance despite the challenges he faced throughout his life. Louis Anderson, born on March 24, 1953, was 35 years old when he played Maurice, the cheerful and ambitious fast food worker in Coming to America, 1988. Maurice's dreams of climbing the corporate ladder mirrored Louis's own journey to overcome the hardships of his upbringing in St. Paul, Minnesota. Louis grew up in a family of 11 children, with an abusive, alcoholic father who created a tumultuous home environment. Despite this, Louis found solace in comedy, using humor to escape his struggles. His career took off with his clean, self-deprecating stand-up routines, leading to roles in films and his own animated series, Life with Louis. However, Louis faced challenges in his personal life, including battles with weight and loneliness. He never married but admitted longing for a deeper connection in interviews. Professionally, Louis endured financial troubles and declining health in his later years. Diagnosed with diffuse large B-cell lymphoma in 2021, he succumbed to the disease on January 21, 2022, at the age of 68. Ralph Bellamy, born on June 17, 1904, was 84 years old when he reprised his role as Randolph Duke in Coming to America, 1988, a nod to his character from Trading Places, 1983. Bellamy's illustrious career spanned over 6 decades, with standout roles in The Awful Truth, 1937, and His Girl Friday, 1940. Despite his professional accolades, his personal life was far from ideal. Ralph married 4 times, struggling to find lasting happiness. His first 3 marriages ended in bitter divorces, leaving him disillusioned about love. He had 1 daughter, Lynn, but their relationship became strained due to his relentless career focus. Bellamy endured several tragedies, including the untimely death of his younger brother, financial losses during the Great Depression, a devastating house fire in the 1940s, and a painful bout with arthritis that plagued his later years. He passed away on November 29, 1991, at the age of 87, succumbing to a long battle with lung disease. Don Ameche, born on May 31, 1908, was 80 years old when he made a delightful cameo as Mortimer Duke in Coming to America, 1988, reprising his role from the comedy classic Trading Places. Raised in a large, tight-knit family in Kenosha, Wisconsin, Don's early years were marked by a love of theater and a deep commitment to education. His career spanned decades, with highlights including Cocoon and The Story of Alexander Graham Bell. Despite his professional accolades, Ameche's personal life was not without sorrow. He and his wife of 54 years, Honorée Prendergast, faced the devastating loss of one of their 6 children to illness. Additionally, he struggled with declining health in his final years, marked by arthritis and the eventual diagnosis of prostate cancer. Known for his professionalism and generosity, Don remained active in the industry until his death on December 6, 1993, at the age of 85. His enduring charm and talent continue to inspire actors and audiences alike. Jim Abrahams, born on May 10, 1944, was 44 years old when he made a brief but memorable cameo as the face on Cutting Room Floor in Coming to America, 1988. Jim, who is widely recognized as the co-creator of The Airplane and Naked Gun franchises, had a career that soared with successes in comedy, yet it was not without personal challenges. Growing up in the Midwest, Jim was passionate about filmmaking from an early age, but his path to success was fraught with obstacles. His marriage to actress and writer Pat Proft was initially a source of joy but ultimately ended in a bitter divorce after years of working apart on various projects. He remarried later, but his life was overshadowed by the devastating loss of his daughter in a tragic car accident. The pain from the loss was profound, and Jim struggled with the emotional toll it took on his family life. He faced further hardships with his health, battling leukemia for several years, which ultimately claimed his life on November 26, 2024, at the age of 80. Helen Hanft, born on April 3, 1934, was 54 years old when she played the subway lady in Coming to America, 1988. Known for her comedic talent and larger-than-life personality, Helen had a long career in off-Broadway theater but struggled to break into mainstream success. Her early life was marked by hardship, growing up in a working-class family in New York City during the Great Depression. Helen married once, to a stage manager named Leonard, but their relationship ended in a contentious divorce after 10 years. They had no children, and Helen often lamented the loneliness she felt in her later years. Her life was riddled with difficulties, including the loss of her mother at a young age, a serious health scare in her 40s, financial instability, and a fall that left her with lingering mobility issues. She passed away on May 30, 2013, at the age of 79, following complications from a stroke. Tobe Hooper, born on January 25, 1943, was 45 years old when he appeared as a party guest in Coming to America, 1988, a rare moment of lightheartedness in his otherwise horror-driven career. Known for directing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Poltergeist, Tobe's life was intertwined with the unsettling and macabre, both in his films and personal experiences. Growing up in Austin, Texas, Tobe was drawn to the dark side of storytelling from a young age. His early career successes were shadowed by struggles in his personal life. His first marriage ended in an acrimonious divorce, leading to years of complicated relationships and emotional turmoil. Despite his fame in the horror genre, Tobe faced isolation, often unable to connect with those around him due to the pressures of fame. His later years were marred by health issues, including chronic heart problems. Tobe passed away on August 26, 2017, at the age of 74, from complications related to heart disease, leaving behind a legacy that continues to influence the horror genre today. Arsenio Hall, born on February 12, 1956, was 32 years old when he showcased his comedic versatility in Coming to America, 1988, by playing Semi, the ever-loyal and sarcastic friend to Prince Akeem, alongside Morris, the chatty barber, the hilariously outrageous extremely ugly girl, and the flamboyant Reverend Brown. Raised in Cleveland, Ohio, Arsenio had a difficult childhood as an only child, coping with the separation of his parents at a young age. While his career peaked with his groundbreaking late-night show, The Arsenio Hall Show, he faced professional setbacks, including the abrupt cancellation of the show in 1994, leaving him struggling to regain his footing in Hollywood. Despite his charismatic public persona, Arsenio never married and raised his only son, Arsenio Jr., as a single father. A long-term relationship ended in heartbreak due to infidelity, further adding to his personal struggles. Over the years, Hall has battled anxiety and professional insecurity but has managed to remain resilient, occasionally returning to the spotlight. At 68, he continues to live a quiet life in Los Angeles, focusing on his health and spending time with his son. Victoria Dillard, born on September 20, 1967, played a bather/dancer in Coming to America, 1988, when she was just 21 years old. Her role added a touch of elegance to the lavish Samundan Palace scenes. Growing up in New York City, Victoria showed a passion for acting and dance early on, which led her to roles in television and film. She gained recognition in the 1990s, particularly for her role as Janelle Cooper in the sitcom Spin City. However, her promising career was derailed when she was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in her late 30s, forcing her to step back from acting. Victoria had a long-term relationship with actor Lawrence Fishburne during the 1990s, though the couple never married and eventually separated. They had no children, with Victoria citing her health challenges as a factor in her decision. Despite her illness, she became an advocate for Parkinson's awareness, inspiring many through her courage. Now 57 years old, she lives a quiet life, focusing on health management and writing. Frankie Faison, born on June 10, 1949, was 39 years old when he portrayed the gruff yet humorous landlord in Coming to America, 1988. Frankie grew up in Newport News, Virginia, in a family of modest means. His father worked long hours as a dock worker, while his mother juggled multiple jobs to keep the family afloat. Despite these challenges, Frankie found solace in acting, often performing in school plays to escape the hardships of his reality. Throughout his career, he appeared in acclaimed works such as The Silence of the Lambs and The Wire, but success came with personal struggles. His first marriage ended in a bitter divorce due to conflicting career aspirations, leaving him heartbroken. He later remarried, finding stability, and raised 2 children, Monica and Franklin Jr., though the pressure of balancing work and family was immense. A severe car accident in 1995 left him with chronic pain, a constant reminder of life's fragility. At 75, Frankie resides in New Jersey, enjoying a quieter life, still occasionally appearing on screen. Cuba Gooding Jr., born on January 2, 1968, was just 20 years old when he made his appearance as the boy getting haircut in Coming to America, 1988. It was a humble start for an actor who would later win an Academy Award for Jerry Maguire, 1996. Cuba's rise to stardom was meteoric, but his personal life was riddled with turbulence. Raised by a single mother after his father left the family, Cuba faced a challenging upbringing. His marriage to Sarah Kapfer, which lasted over 2 decades, ended in a bitter divorce, with public accusations and legal battles overshadowing their time together. They have 3 children, Spencer, Mason, and Piper, but strained relationships emerged in the aftermath of the divorce. Cuba also faced multiple allegations of misconduct, leading to legal troubles and damaging his reputation. Now 56, he is gradually rebuilding his life, focusing on independent film projects and maintaining a low profile. Paul Bates was born on December 24, 1958, and was 29 years old when he played Oha, the loyal servant in Coming to America, 1988. Raised in a working-class family in the Bronx, Paul had a challenging childhood marked by financial instability and limited opportunities. Despite this, he developed a passion for the performing arts, which became his escape from harsh realities. Paul gained recognition for his unique singing voice, which lent itself perfectly to Oha's memorable moments in the film. Tragically, his marriage to his high school sweetheart ended in divorce after 10 years, largely due to the strain of his career demands and their inability to have children. In his later years, Paul struggled with depression and financial issues after a series of failed projects and minimal acting roles. Despite these challenges, he remains a resilient figure and is currently 65 years old, living a quieter life away from the limelight. Eddie Murphy, born on April 3, 1961, was just 27 when he starred in multiple roles in Coming to America, 1988, showcasing his unparalleled versatility. His portrayal of Prince Akeem captured audiences with charm, while his transformations into characters like Clarence, Saul, and Randy Watson demonstrated comedic genius. Behind the scenes, Eddie's life was a roller coaster. A difficult childhood in Brooklyn included losing his father at age 8 and being raised by his mother after her recovery from a severe illness. Eddie's personal life has also been tumultuous. He was married to Nicole Mitchell, with whom he had 5 children, but the marriage ended in a high-profile divorce. Relationships with other partners, including Mel B of the Spice Girls, brought further complications and public scrutiny. Eddie also faced career downturns in the late 1990s and early 2000s, but he made a successful comeback with critically acclaimed roles. Now 63 years old, Eddie continues to act and produce, cementing his legacy as a Hollywood icon. Garcelle Beauvais, born on November 26, 1966, was only 21 when she appeared as the elegant Rose Bearer in Coming to America, 1988. Originally from Haiti, Garcelle moved to the United States at age 7 with her mother after her parents' divorce. Life as an immigrant child was not easy. She faced language barriers and financial hardships but found solace in modeling and acting. Despite her grace and success, her personal life has been fraught with difficulties. Garcelle married Daniel Saunders, with whom she had a son, but the marriage ended in divorce. Her second marriage to talent agent Mike Nyland also ended after a publicized scandal involving infidelity, leaving Garcelle heartbroken and raising her twin sons alone. Professionally, she has dealt with periods of typecasting and career stagnation but has shown resilience by branching into television hosting and writing. Now 58 years old, Garcelle remains an inspiration, advocating for women's empowerment and continuing her career in Hollywood. Vanessa Bell Calloway, born on March 20, 1957, brought grace and charm to her role as Imani Izzy, the dutiful bride-to-be, in Coming to America, 1988, when she was 31 years old. Raised in Cleveland, Ohio, Vanessa pursued a career in performing arts despite her parents' initial disapproval. After earning acclaim in theater, she transitioned to film and television, starring in projects like What's Love Got to Do with It and The Inkwell. Her personal life appeared outwardly stable. She has been married to Tony Calloway since 1988 and is the mother of 2 daughters, Ashley and Alexandra. However, she faced a private battle with breast cancer, which she bravely overcame after undergoing a double mastectomy. Professionally, Vanessa often expressed frustration at being overlooked for leading roles despite her talent. Now 67 years old, she continues to act, mentor young performers, and advocate for cancer awareness, embracing her journey with resilience and grace. Ruben Santiago Hudson, born on November 24, 1956, was 32 years old when he took on the brief but memorable role of the street hustler in Coming to America, 1988. Raised in Lackawanna, New York, by a single mother, Ruben's childhood was marked by poverty and the challenges of navigating a predominantly white neighborhood as a biracial child. Despite these obstacles, he pursued his education with determination, later becoming a successful playwright and actor. Known for his award-winning play Lackawanna Blues, Ruben's career highlights often came alongside personal lows, including the dissolution of his first marriage due to long periods away from home. He remarried and found joy with his wife Jeannie, raising 2 children, Trey and Lily. However, the sudden loss of his mother in the late 1980s deeply affected him, fueling his artistic expression. Now 68 years old, Ruben continues to write and act, drawing inspiration from his past to create stories that resonate with audiences worldwide. Eric LaSalle, born on July 23, 1962, was 26 when he embodied Daryl Jenks, the vain and self-absorbed suitor to Lisa McDowell in Coming to America, 1988. Raised in Hartford, Connecticut, Eric experienced a disciplined yet emotionally distant upbringing, which shaped his drive for success. His big break came with ER, where he gained critical acclaim, but fame came at a personal cost. Eric never married, citing his commitment to his craft, though he was engaged briefly in the early 2000s. The relationship ended abruptly, reportedly due to his reluctance to settle down and his partner's desire for a family. He faced personal tragedy when his mother passed away unexpectedly, and he struggled to reconcile with his estranged father before the latter's death. Professionally, Eric transitioned to directing and producing but faced several setbacks, including canceled projects and a lawsuit over creative rights. Now 62 years old, he lives a quieter life focused on writing and mentoring young filmmakers. Sherry Headley, born on July 15, 1964, was just 24 when she starred as Lisa McDowell, the smart and compassionate daughter of Cleo McDowell and the object of Prince Akeem's affection in Coming to America, 1988. Sherry grew up in Queens, New York, in a modest household. She pursued a modeling career before transitioning into acting, but the glitz of Hollywood concealed personal heartbreak. Sherry married rapper Christopher Play Martin in 1993. But the marriage ended in divorce after just 2 years due to irreconcilable differences and allegations of infidelity. The union produced one son, Skylar, whom Sherry raised as a single mother. Her career post-Coming to America saw ups and downs, with periods of unemployment and struggles with typecasting. She also endured the sudden loss of her brother in a tragic car accident and a battle with depression during her mid-30s. Now 60 years old, Sherry continues to act occasionally and advocates for mental health awareness. Steve White, born in March 1961, was 27 years old when he portrayed the subway guy in Coming to America, 1988. Though a minor role, it reflected the vibrant energy he brought to his acting. Steve's career included small roles in films like Do the Right Thing, 1989, but he never reached mainstream stardom, facing constant rejection in an industry that undervalued him. Steve's childhood was marred by poverty and instability after his father abandoned the family, leaving his mother to raise him and his 2 siblings alone. His marriage to actress Cheryl was short-lived, collapsing under financial strain and personal disagreements. They had 1 son, Jason, but Steve's busy career caused him to drift apart from his family. Over the years, he battled depression, a publicized DUI arrest, a failed business venture, and a serious injury from a car accident. Now 63, Steve leads a quieter life as a motivational speaker, helping others overcome personal adversity. Jake Steinfeld was born on February 21, 1958, making him 30 years old when he appeared as the cab driver in Coming to America, 1988. Known for his muscular build and vibrant personality, Jake initially rose to fame as a fitness trainer to the stars before venturing into acting. Despite his professional success, his personal life has not been devoid of struggles. Jake endured a challenging childhood, growing up in a financially struggling family, which motivated his drive for success. His marriage to wife Tracy was fraught with challenges, leading to their eventual separation. They had 2 children, whom Jake adores but rarely sees due to his hectic career and personal struggles. Professionally, Jake has faced criticism for typecasting and limited acting roles, overshadowing his fitness empire's accomplishments. Adding to his personal hardships, Jake suffered a serious accident in his early 40s, leaving him with permanent physical pain. At 66, he continues to inspire with his fitness endeavors but lives a relatively solitary life, reflecting on his tumultuous journey. F. Gary Gray, born on July 17, 1969, was only 19 years old when he made a fleeting appearance as a Black Awareness Program attendee in Coming to America, 1988. A few years later, F. Gary Gray would become one of Hollywood's most respected directors, with films such as Friday, The Italian Job, and Straight Outta Compton under his belt. Growing up in the tough neighborhoods of Los Angeles, F. Gary faced numerous challenges in his youth, but his passion for film allowed him to escape his environment and carve out a successful career. He faced personal struggles early on, including the loss of a close friend to gang violence, which deeply affected him and led to periods of depression. His first marriage was short-lived, marred by long separations due to his busy career. F. Gary remarried, finding solace and stability in his second marriage, and he became a father to 2 children. Despite his professional successes, he's faced a series of personal challenges, including the constant balancing act of his career and family life. Now 55 years old, F. Gary remains a pivotal figure in the film industry, though he continues to privately cope with the lingering impact of his past tragedies. Samuel L. Jackson, born on December 21, 1948, was 39 when he took on the role of the hold-up man in Coming to America, 1988. Though his part was brief, it marked a stepping stone in his journey toward becoming one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. Raised in Chattanooga, Tennessee, by his mother and grandparents after his father abandoned the family, Samuel grew up in a segregated society that deeply influenced his worldview. His path to success was fraught with struggles, including a debilitating stutter and a long battle with addiction during the early years of his career. Married to actress LaTonya Richardson since 1980, the couple has 1 daughter, Zoe, but their union weathered numerous challenges, including Samuel's recovery and the pressures of fame. His breakthrough in Pulp Fiction launched a stellar career, but personal tragedies, including the deaths of close friends and industry mentors, left lasting scars. At 75, Samuel remains active, thriving in his career and advocating for causes like civil rights and mental health awareness. Vondie Curtis Hall, born on September 30, 1950, was 38 when he appeared as the basketball game vendor in Coming to America, 1988, a small yet memorable role that showcased his versatility. Raised in Detroit, Michigan, Vondie had a passion for the arts, but his childhood was shadowed by the early loss of his father and financial struggles. Despite these challenges, he pursued acting, finding success on stage and later in television and film. Known for his powerful performances in Chicago Hope and Romeo and Juliet, Vondie has also worked as a director. His marriage to actress Kasi Lemmons has been enduring, but the couple faced difficulties balancing their demanding careers and raising their children, including one with special needs. Professionally, Vondie experienced highs and lows, including periods of limited roles and industry struggles. At 74, he continues to contribute to the arts, focusing on directing and mentoring young talent while living a quieter life in Los Angeles. Who is your favorite character from Coming to America? How do you feel knowing that some of the actors have passed away? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you so much.